transfer, public or private grant, or other means. California state of interstate succession. Community property. If spouse survives, half already belongs to the surviving spouse, and the remaining half goes to the surviving spouse. Separate property. To surviving spouse, children, if any, and other next of kin as provided by California law. If no heirs are located, property escheats the state. Acquisition by accession. Improvements may increase property. Land adjacent to flowing body of water can be increased by accretion. New soil is called alluvion or alluvium. Soil may be lost by avulsion. Reliction occurs when soil is uncovered as water recedes. Acquisition by occupation. Adverse possession requires use to be open, notorious, continuous, hostile, and adverse to interests of real owner. Adverse user must pay property taxes for at least 5 years of the possession. Acquisition by transfer. Private grant, public dedication, including common law and statutory, operation of law or by a court, action to quit title, partition action, power of sale, judicial foreclosure action, action for declaratory relief. Acquisition by transfer include execution sale, forfeiture, bankruptcy, marriage, escheat, eminent domain, equitable estoppel. Elements of a valid deed include that the deed is in writing, includes a description of the parties, shows the grantor is legally capable, also has a description of the property, includes a granting clause, is signed by the grantor, and is delivered to the grantee and accepted by the grantee. Acknowledgments and recording. Document is executed when signed. Acknowledgment is a declaration that execution is declarant's own act. California licensed notary public may take acknowledgment anywhere in the state. Recording must be done in the country where the property is located, and chain of title contains all instruments and property's recorded history. Types of deeds. Grant deed, implied warranties, gift deed, quit claim deed, warranty deed, trust deed, reconveyance deed, sheriff's deed, and tax deed. Encumbrance. An encumbrance is anything that affects or limits the fee simple title to real estate or affects the property's condition or use. Marketable title may be defeated by a cloud on the title. Liens. Voluntary means that is agreed to by the owner. Involuntary means that is imposed without the owner's consent. Specific means that it is named property only. General is on all non-exempt property owned. Mechanic's lien is available to any of the following employed by owner or employer's agent: mechanics, material suppliers, contractors, subcontractors, equipment lessors, artisans, builders, architects, registered engineers, licensed land surveyors, machinists, teamsters, laborers, or union trunk busts. Mechanics liens. Preliminary notice should be made within 20 days from the time work begins. Starting time of work determines priority of lien claimants. Completion time occurs when work stops and owner or agent occupies or uses improvement, owner or agent accepts work is stopped for 60 continuous days, or owner files notice of cessation and work has stopped for 30 consecutive days. Mechanics lien continued. Notice of completion may be filed by owner within 10 days after completion of improvement. Filing time for mechanics lien by original contractor of all or part of job within 60 days after filing of notice of completion. By any other claimant within 30 days after filing of notice of completion, or within 90 days after completion, if a notice of completion was not filed. Mechanics lien continued. If a mechanic terminates a lien voluntarily, a release of lien should be filed. Lien release bond allows owner or other party to stop foreclosure of lien if validity is disputed. Notice of non-responsibility must be posted within 10 days of owner's knowledge of unauthorized work. Legal process. Attachment allows the court to take possession of the defendant's assets. Judgment of court is its determination of right of parties. Final judgment becomes a lien on the property of the judgment debtor after recording of the abstract of judgment. Writ of execution from the court directs the sheriff to sell non-exempt property of debtor to pay judgment debt. Discharge follows satisfaction of debt. Notice of satisfaction should be filed. Bankruptcy. Federal court proceedings. Trustee in bankruptcy holds title to debtor's assets, liquidates assets if necessary, to pay creditors. Easement. Easement is the right to use the land of another. Dominant tenement benefits from easement. Servient tenement is land over which easement lies. Easement appurtenant runs with the land. Easement in gross belongs to the individual. Creation of easement. By contract, by express grant from owner of easement property, by reserving an easement over land that is transferred, by implication of law, by long use, by condemnation, by prescription. Termination of easement. Express agreement of parties. Lawsuit. Abandonment, non-use of prescriptive easement. Estoppel. Merger of dominant and servient tenements. Destruction of servient tenement. Adverse possession, excessive use. Restrictions. CC&Rs. Conditions, covenants, and restrictions. Usually found in declaration of restrictions filed by subdivision developer. Covenant is a promise to do or not do something. Condition may be precedent or subsequent. Restriction is prohibition against the use. A condition cannot impose a restraint or alienation, something that would prohibit the property from being transferred to a new owner. Restrictions continued. CC&Rs are terminated by expiration of terms, voluntary cancellation, merger of ownership, governmental act, change in condition that warrants court action to remove the restriction. Other limitation on property use. Zoning. Act of city or county. Encroachment. Part of an improvement extends over a boundary line. Homestead. Exemption from creditor's claims. Homeowner, $50,000. Homeowner/family unit, $75,000. Homeowner/spouse at the age of 65, $125,000. Homeowner/spouse disabled and unemployed, $125,000. Homeowner, age 55 and also low income, $125,000. This has been a presentation of American Advantage Law Group, located at 3848 Campus Drive, Suite number 206, Newport Beach, California, 92660. Phone number and email are provided, and real estate seminars are held every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Time. If any of the terms in this PowerPoint were confusing or over your head, be sure to contact American Advantage Law Group with any questions, and we will be happy to serve you. Disclaimer. The materials available at this website are for informational purposes only, and not for the purpose of providing legal advice. You should contact your attorney to obtain advice with respect to any particular issue or problem. Use of and access to this website or any of the email links contained within the site do not create an attorney-client relationship between American Advantage Law Group and the user or browser. The opinions expressed at or through this site are the opinions of the individual author and may not reflect the opinions of the firm or any individual attorney. Thank you.